I have absolutely no idea what people were seeing in Malcolm Gordon at UFC 297 to push him up to a nearly minus 200 favorite. And we obviously were able to cash in on Jimmy Flick as the dog of the night play for us. At first, I got him at plus 115. I saw how much money was coming in on Gordon a few hours later and piled on some more onto Jimmy Flick at plus 170. And that's what he ends up coming through for us. So that now brings our record to 4-3 on dog of the night plays for 2024 for plus 3.35 units and a 48% return on investment. I love that number. I hope to continue that number up. Again, it's still early. We're only 1 month through this 12-month year that we have ahead of us. So let's see if we can keep it up. Obviously, I got another 3 dog of the night candidates for you guys for this weekend's UFC Vegas 85 card. If you want to find out which one I actually ended up going with, make sure you guys check out the Lock of the Night Patreon page, which is in the description below, as those guys already know which dog of the night that I ended up going with. Now, if you guys watched the Lock cast where I did the full card breakdown that I dropped on Monday, you guys will know that I don't really like many dogs on this card, but I did try to make a case for them, some of them at the end of the podcast, but I thought I might as well bring in some totals into this to try to mix it up and see if there's other dog of the night spots that we could potentially fire off on. And if you guys, again, want to figure out which of these 3 that I ended up going with, again, check the Lock of the Night Patreon in the description below. All right, first dog of the night candidate that I have for you guys up. And again, my definition of a dog is going to be anything that's plus 100 or better, whether it's a money line play or a total play. Props is obviously a different category altogether, so we're going to stick with money lines or totals. And the first one is a total. It's going to be the under 2.5 in the Markel Maderos and Lando Quinones fight at plus 100. Now, both of these guys have some solid power and good finishing abilities on their resume, but I think that Maderos, with his ability to slow down Quinones here with his calf kicks and his leg kicks, will allow more opportunities for him to land big shots with his strikes, specifically with his hands. I think we'll see Maderos actually switch up this fight quite a lot, utilizing his striking and his grappling, but the focal point here is going to be damaging the legs of Lando Quinones so that he can land more strikes, land them more clean, and even slow down Quinones so he's easier to hit in this spot. Quinones is obviously a big power puncher in his own right, so it's possible that he could be the one that ends up landing the knockout blow here as well, but I think no matter what, one of these guys is going to end up going to sleep or possibly a submission from the Maderos side, but I do like the under 2.5 here as the first dog of the night candidate. Second dog of the night candidate I have for you guys is going to be in the Yulia Stoliarenko and Luana Carolina fight to go under 2.5 rounds at plus 120. Now, a lot of this is predicated on Stoliarenko going out there and getting the win, and she's currently sitting as a minus 140 favorite. 10 of her 11 wins have come by armbar, hence why I call her the Lithuanian Ronda Rousey. If she's able to get the victory here, more than likely it comes by finish, more than likely under that 2.5 round mark, which is why this spot seems to be a no-brainer play regardless. You could also be more specific if you want to hit a prop and go for Stoliarenko by sub, but regardless, I think no matter what, I think Stoliarenko ends up getting the dub here, and I think her submission ability is far superior to any of the improvements that Luana Carolina could have made after she had gotten submitted by Ariane Lipski by a freaking knee bar a couple fights back. But I think that Stoliarenko will do a good enough job, especially at 125 pounds now, where she is a very strong woman and a hard woman to deal with, as we saw in the Molly McCann fight. This will allow her to get this fight to the ground and quickly snatch up an armbar victory. Give me the under 2.5 at plus 120. And the third and final dog of the night candidate I have for you guys here is going to be Drew Dober, who currently comes in at plus 150, which I think is a little bit too wide of a line, especially against a guy in Moicano, who is one, coming off in an extended layoff, and two, has had durability issues in the past. I believe 4 out of his last 5 losses have come by knockout, and we know Drew Dober has the explosivity, speed, and power early in fights to close that distance and land that big shot on Moicano. I like Moicano. I think the guy's a great fighter. Obviously, when he gets his jiu-jitsu going with getting the back of his opponents and sinking in the rear naked choke like he did against Brad Riddell, or even when he gets comfortable for range, utilizing his Muay Thai and in straight shots down the pipe, it's very hard for opponents to get in on him. But Drew Dober is a guy we know that likes to bite down on the mouthpiece and go to war. The vast majority of his fights recently have gone to finishes, and I think that that's what's probably going to end up happening in this fight again, but I think it could end up with him cracking that chin of Moicano and cashing as a plus 150 underdog. And there are your top 3 Dog of the Night candidates. Which one did I end up going with for my official one? Check the Lock of the Night Patreon page in the description below. Otherwise, let me know what you guys are feeling. What dogs do you think are live enough this weekend to pull off the upset? Drop a comment in the comment section below. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the Locky 2-Step / Locky Trinity free parlay segment, as well as the quick picks version of my UFC Vegas 85 full card breakdown. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.